Welcome to Racing X. Today we're counting down our picks for the best driving simulator games that you should check out, and without further ado, let's dive right in. Truck World, Australia. Alright, this one is currently touted as the ETS2 killer. And yeah, that's a big claim, considering that ETS2 has been the king of driving sims for many years. But still, finally, we're getting a realistic trucking sim located in Australia, where road train culture is huge. And so far, people are kinda hyped about this game. Anyway, this one is predicted to release this year, so yeah, if you love working as a trucker when you come home from your dead-end 9-to-5 job, you might want to check it out when it comes out. City Car Driving 2.0. Okay, the first game is still touted as one of the best driving simulators of all time, and now with modern graphics, this one's also a strong contender for the best driving sim. One that could actually teach you how to drive, including road laws from around the world. So, if you're an old basement dweller who hasn't learned how to drive yet, and you're too anxious to enroll in driving school or meet a real-life instructor, maybe give this one a shot when it's released. At least here, you can make some mistakes without sweating bullets. Taxi Life, a city driving simulator. This driving sim is essentially like the taxi side missions in GTA games, but taken to the next level. Plus, there are special missions that spice things up, like racing against the clock or providing excellent chauffeur service to snobby passengers. So basically, it's about doing customer service and running a taxi business in the game's 1-to-1 scale reproduction of a large part of Barcelona. Yes, you heard that right, it's 1-to-1 scale. So if you're planning to be a taxi driver in Barcelona because you can't get a job anywhere else, check this one out. Truck and Logistics Simulator. Now, for those of you expecting a game on the same level as ETS2 or ATS, just don't. We've already accepted the fact that those games are on another level, okay? Anyway, this one, however, is an open-world driving game where your main job is to deliver logistics using various types of specialized vehicles, from the simplest pickup trucks to the weirdest bulldozers. And you know what? There are forklifts in this game, so you can brag to your friends that you're a certified forklift driver. Assuming you have friends, of course.
Nächster Halt Eichenweg. Übergang zu den Linien 4 und 106.
City Transport Simulator 2026. Okay, this one is kinda unique, I guess, since it features both buses and trams. So, yeah. You'll be driving buses and also operating trams throughout the city. And I know some of you might argue that operating a tram isn't the same as driving a bus or a car. Technically, you're right. We can't turn left or right in a tram. But still, operating a tram feels relaxing and kinda scratches the same itch those bus sims do. So if you're willing to try new things, maybe give this one a go. Fernbus Coach Simulator. So, in this game, you become a coach bus driver cruising through Germany's Autobahn and highways in a pretty authentic way. The game was even developed together with Flixbus. So, you'll be driving officially licensed buses across more than 40 cities. Not only that, but you'll also be driving through different weather conditions and all 4 seasons across roughly 20,000 kilometers of roads based on real Flixbus routes. On top of that, passengers can board with tickets or buy them directly from you, which makes your job harder and more complex, just like real life. Drive Beyond Horizons. Alright, this one is the spiritual successor to the cult classic game The Long Drive. I mean, just look at it, it's basically the same game, but with better graphics. And what I like about this game is that the devs are trying to deliver what the long drive hasn't been able to all these years. I mean, we all know that the long drive is kinda dead and abandoned at this point, despite still having a lot of loyal players. Anyway, this one is still in early access. So yeah, go in with the right expectations. Lawn Mowing Simulator. In case you have a double-digit IQ and can't comprehend what the game is about, it's about driving a lawn mower. On a serious note, this is not your average game. It's a journey into the tranquil beauty of the British countryside, where you'll be running your very own lawn mowing business empire. Anyway, in this game, you'll be trimming backyards, castle grounds, rich people's mansions, and many more. And obviously, each location brings its own challenges and scenic delights. Oh, and I've gotta say, this game is actually pretty chill and kinda therapeutic.
You really need to see the view down at the harbor.
Bus Simulator 21. Some of you might be wondering what kind of people play these driving games. Aren't people more into mainstream racing games like Forza or Need for Speed? Well, some people with busy lives are the main audience of these relaxing driving sims. They're not here to feel the thrill of driving supercars and doing insane stunts. No, they're here to relax. Seriously, some of you will get why the market for pure driving games exists when you're older. Anyway, if you want to ease your mind after a long day at work, this game could be the answer. Farming Simulator 25. Okay, this game is actually an open-world farming sim first and foremost. But as you can see, operating heavy farming machinery is a big part of it, which makes it great if you love driving, especially if you want a driving game with lots of objectives. And with hundreds of machines and heavy-duty rigs from more than 100 brands, you'll experience what it's like to operate this kind of equipment. So, if you're bored of standard driving simulators where you drive regular cars, maybe driving a tractor and other farming machinery could be a fun alternative. The Long Drive. This game is so weird, you can't help but get hooked, even though you have no idea why. It's honestly a super basic game, just driving in a randomly generated desert with no real goal or major objectives, but somehow, it just clicks. So, if you're the type of person who loves road trips, this game probably scratches that itch. No agenda, no rush, just seeing where the road takes you, and that's kind of the point. And so far, this is the better game compared to Drive Beyond Horizons, but who knows, maybe that'll change. Busbound. Now, this is the hottest bus game right now, and although at first it looks like it's competing with the more established bus sims, it's actually not. This one feels more arcadey and mission-based, unlike other bus games that aim to be as realistic as possible. And not only that, it has a multiplayer mode where you can play with 3 other players to tackle missions and challenges. Oh, and this game is developed by the same people behind Bus Simulator 21, so yeah, there's a good chance it'll get better over time. My Winter Car. Alright, now, this is another game developed by the same devs behind the cult classic My Summer Car, and it actually feels really different even though on the surface it looks very similar. Basically, if My Summer Car is about being young, wild, and free, this one slaps you with reality and adult responsibilities. You know, like bills, rent, proper jobs, and drinking problems. Oh, and the cold, dark winter nights in Finland certainly don't help either. So, yeah, if you're an adult with responsibilities, now you can simulate another adult life in this one. RoadCraft. Now, if you love SnowRunner or MudRunner, then chances are you'll love this game too since it's developed by the same studio. And as you can see from the clip, it definitely looks stunning. Anyway, this game is basically SnowRunner, but now you must also fix roads and build bridges. So, yeah, it's like Construction Simulator, but with SnowRunner physics. And obviously, it focuses more on vehicle operation than driving. But still, part of construction is driving from site to site to deliver stuff. So, if that's your thing, definitely give this one a go. Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, I'm not trolling with this one. Please hear me out first before you click off from this video, alright? Now, this list is about driving simulator games. And driving isn't just about steering a modern car, right? Technically, steering a stagecoach or a wagon is also called driving. So yeah, this game belongs on this list. It's a fact and you can't convince me otherwise. And you know what? The world in this game is just too beautiful not to be explored in a relaxing manner. So yeah, allow yourself to experience it. Assetto Corsa with mods. Now, before you start wondering why this game is here, let me just say that Assetto Corsa has a ton of mods available, including custom maps where you can just drive without any real objectives. As you can see, with this setup, you can freely roam around various maps, chill to some music, and enjoy the realistic physics. At that point, it's no longer a racing game. So, if that sounds like your vibe, get the game, install some maps, throw in a few weather mods, and maybe hop into VR, and you're good to go. My Summer Car. Okay, this is the most popular car owning game out there. In this game, you'll be driving a lot, since you need to go between places either to do jobs for money or hunt for parts you need for your car. So yeah, even though the core game is about building your own car, driving is still a huge part of the experience. And although the graphics look cartoonish, the physics are actually pretty amazing. And if those things still haven't convinced you yet, I'll let you know that this game has over 100,000 reviews on Steam. The bus. Alright, in this game, you basically roleplay as a bus driver trying to operate a bus while selling tickets to passengers along the way. And Berlin is recreated at a full 1-to-1 scale, complete with famous landmarks and all that stuff, so driving around actually feels pretty immersive. Anyway, the game gives you a lot of freedom too. You can customize your fleet, drive around at your own pace, or just chill while exploring the city. So yeah, working as a bus driver after a long day at work has never felt so good. Motortown, Behind the Wheel. This is easily one of the most fun open-world driving games on this list. Basically, it's a cartoony driving sandbox where you can mess around with all kinds of vehicles, explore the world, and do a bunch of different jobs and missions. And yeah, the low poly graphics look goofy, but I feel like the driving physics are actually pretty solid. Plus, the game has way more structure than you'd expect, so again, don't get fooled by the exterior. So yeah, if you want a chill but fun driving game, definitely try this one. American Truck Simulator. This game is pretty similar to Euro Truck Simulator 2, but the vibe is completely different. Europe sometimes feels like you're just commuting from one city to another, while America feels more like a giant road trip adventure. I mean, ETS2 is a legend, but they're just different. Anyway, the game is not just about the famous landmarks. Actually, the simple everyday stuff like diners, gas stations, highways, and all that American stuff is also a big part of the feeling you get when playing this game. Kinda like being in a Hollywood movie, you know. Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, it turns out, we can turn this open-world game into a driving simulator by installing a few mods. Okay, I'll admit, it won't become an actual driving sim, but it's a lot of fun to play, especially if you also install the ultra-realistic graphics mods and the realistic vehicle mods. That way, you can pretend you're driving supercars and expensive SUVs in Los Angeles or wherever while you're actually just sitting in front of a screen in your room. And yeah, until GTA 6 is released, this is the best we currently have. BeamNG.drive. This game has come a long way from its origins as a funny car wreck simulator. Now people use it to experience realistic car physics from the comfort of their dirty rooms and overpriced gaming chairs. And yes, the game also includes some open-world maps you can roam around in from the get-go. But the real strength of this game comes from its countless maps and mods. Oh, and the game has missions, but they're not exactly the best part. But if you just want to drive around with realistic physics, then this is the game. City car driving. Alright, this one is a hardcore driving simulator made to teach you how to actually handle a car properly. So yeah, for some of you who still can't park straight in real life or still ask your dad to reverse the car for you, maybe pay attention here. I mean, this game has proper traffic rules, road signs, and realistic driving mechanics that genuinely help you learn how driving works. And guess what? There's even a replay feature that lets you review your mistakes, which is great for improving or for re-watching how badly you messed up. SnowRunner. Alright, this game is all about suffering through mud, snow, rivers, and terrain that absolutely hates you. And somehow that's what makes it fun. Also, even today, this is still the king of off-roading physics sims. I mean, the way the trucks interact with the terrain is just that good. Anyway, in this game, you will be hauling cargo, rebuilding bridges, rescuing stuck vehicles, and trying not to flip your truck every 5 minutes. So yeah, patience is key here. Oh, and there's 4-player co-op too, which makes the suffering more enjoyable, assuming you have friends, of course. Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now, this is the trucking game according to truck sim fans, and what's funny is, despite being the oldest game on this list, it's still been the king of driving sims for the past decade. That's actually insane when you think about it. Anyway, in this sim, the trucks feel heavy, with proper manual shifting, different braking systems, fuel management, and all that nerdy truck stuff. And once you're hooked, you'll be driving for hours just to deliver cargo across Europe. So yeah, if your attention span is fried, this ain't for you. So do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos from us and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.